More high drama in the village of Dalton tonight, where embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard is trying to get down to business.
And that includes spending issues and a controversial move to try to appoint a police.
Once seen as a rising political star, Tiffany Henyard is now mired in corruption allegations that go far beyond what appears on the surface. A lawyer who has been closely tracking her case and wishes to remain anonymous for safety reasons has revealed how Henyard allegedly manipulated the court system to protect her power in Thorne Township. According to the lawyer, Henyard used every deceptive tactic available, from manipulating court proceedings to leveraging her influence to delay hearings and sway their outcomes. Despite growing evidence of mismanaging community funds and engaging in corrupt practices, she has managed to stay one step ahead, leaving locals bewildered. These revelations have sparked public outrage, with residents demanding a full investigation into her conduct. The lawyer claims that Henyard exploited judicial loopholes, intimidated witnesses, and even publicly threatened to arrest her political opponents, accusing them of a smear campaign. In a fiery 90-minute Facebook rant, the embattled Democratic mayor lashed out at her critics, including members of her own administration, labeling them as conspirators and vowing to round them up.
I will be seeking arrests for individuals involved. I will be pressing charges. It's a lot. And that's just me telling you a little.
Since her election in 2021, Tiffany Henyard's administration has been under constant scrutiny, but not for reasons she would hope for. Her time in office has been clouded by accusations of corruption, misuse of taxpayer money, and lavish spending. According to an attorney closely following the case, Henyard has allegedly learned how to manipulate the legal system to her advantage, all while staying insulated from the consequences. One of the most troubling aspects of her tenure is a highly questionable financial report she recently submitted, which trustees claim was intentionally falsified to manipulate Dalton's finances and derail ongoing investigations. The anonymous lawyer further alleges that the financial records were doctored to conceal shady, unauthorized transactions. This is not a new accusation. Henyard has long been criticized for frivolously spending taxpayer funds despite earning over $300,000 a year, from her dual roles as mayor of Dalton and supervisor of Thornton Township. However, the most shocking part of this story is her boldness in submitting the altered financial reports, even under intense scrutiny. Sources suggest she did this to downplay irregularities and prevent major financial scandals from being exposed. Even more alarming, the lawyer claims Henyard has been using intimidation tactics and cozying up to the Dalton police to silence whistleblowers and officials investigating her alleged corruption. Several witnesses, who initially agreed to testify against her, have reportedly withdrawn their statements, citing threats of job loss and legal action. The large number of recantations has raised suspicions of witness tampering and obstruction of justice, serious breaches of ethics for a public official. Beyond these accusations, Henyard is also accused of deliberately stalling court proceedings by using every delay tactic possible. Her legal team has repeatedly filed motions to postpone hearings, citing various reasons, but insiders claim it's all part of a strategy to buy time and maintain her grip on power. According to the lawyer, Henyard is trying to outlast investigations, hoping to finish her term and avoid any convictions. If these allegations are true, it's a dangerous game of corruption and manipulation that could have severe consequences for the embattled mayor. Tiffany Henyard, the embattled mayor of Dalton and supervisor of Thornton Township, is facing growing public outrage, and for good reason. Media outlets have reported that Henyard and her legal team have strategically delayed court proceedings, hoping to run out the clock on her time in office. This alleged misconduct has sparked calls for an independent investigation, with local leaders accusing Henyard of betraying the public trust. The situation took another turn with news that Henyard, despite her six-figure salary, is being sued by her landlord for months of unpaid rent. How could someone earning over $375,000 a year fail to pay rent? Initially, some thought it was a simple oversight, but it turns out Henyard's refusal to pay rent added another scandal to her list, which already includes FBI in the investigations and accusations of misusing taxpayer funds. The landlord, Janetta Hall, who has known Henyard for over 20 years, revealed her fears of foreclosure due to the mayor's non-payment. Despite the significant income Henyard and her partner Kamal Woods earn, they stopped paying rent altogether in August, and even changed the locks to prevent Hall from accessing the property. To make matters worse, the sheriff's office has been unable to serve the eviction papers because Henyard has gone missing, neither at home nor in her office. This eviction drama has stirred public outrage, with many questioning how a government official trusted with leading a township can't manage something as basic as paying rent. The scandal deepened with a shocking betrayal of one of Henyard's staunchest supporters, trustee Stanley Brown. For years, Brown stood by Henyard, even as allegations against her mounted, but now Brown has officially turned against her, joining calls for accountability. The drama escalated when Henyard's attorney, Max Solomon, filed a lawsuit against the Board of Trustees without Brown's knowledge or consent, falsely claiming to represent him. Brown was blindsided, denying any involvement, and blasted Henyard for dragging his name into the lawsuit without permission. In response, the trustees have filed a motion seeking sanctions against Henyard and her legal team for this breach of trust. This move has only further damaged Henyard's already dwindling support, with Brown's public distancing from her being a significant blow. Between multiple lawsuits filed by her own community, an FBI investigation into alleged misuse of federal funds, and a growing list of scandals surrounding her, it's clear that Henyard's hold on power is slipping. Her legal team's desperate tactics, including falsifying legal representation, are only making things worse. With mainstream news outlets now investigating the unfolding chaos in Dalton, it seems this story is far from over. If you want to stay up to date on the latest developments in Tiffany Henyard's increasingly dramatic downfall, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Things are about to get even juicier.